Hi there folks, welcome to the video. This is Hardly Gaming. So yeah, just a notification for you guys. My hardware is kind of off right now. My power supply is, I think, slowly dying. Although I wanted to risk making this video because this build that I've got over this right now, it's brutal. It's something you guys might have seen before, but this is my take on it, so I'm just gonna put it out there. I am due a new power supply unit any day now. It has shipped. I'm getting it via the warranty. So when it's back, I'll be able to upload every day and do whatever I want to. It's just right now I don't trust, especially like gameplay. Draws too much power. Anyway, guys, let's just get straight into the build. This is going to be a skill damage build. It's all about getting skill damage out onto the enemies as quickly as possible. As such, we'll be using 2 offensive skills, and he's even going to be doing a little bit of damage yourself with your own rifle. So without further ado, let's just pop into the build. Okay guys, so remember when you're using kinetic momentum in the firing range, if you want to test, you have to come over here and hurt yourself first. That triggers your kinetic momentum. Now you see those little things there? That's my 2 skills, both triggered it. Now, if I use that, you can also see the third one there. That is from my rifle. And we're also going to put that now, that also triggered it. Now I've actually had to put on Invulnerable Elite here because the guys died too quick. So yeah, I'm just going to shut up for a second and watch you. I'll let you guys watch this. Alright, so you saw there, loads of damage going out, and you can do that for 4 minutes, pretty much, before you have to bring them back out. Now, if I overcharge them, let me just hurt myself again, and what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to shoot one of these actually, aren't I? Just to get the, oh, I'll go for the middle one. So I've now got the overcharge, and I'm gonna trigger both of these. Oh. Okay, so as you saw there, together they are probably doing in the region of what, 400,000 or 500,000 damage per second, and you're also going to be doing about 400,000 to 500,000 with your rifle. You can see how this build wrecks through enemies. I just did a run through DARPA Labs there with 3 guys, and we all had drones. One guy had the mortar turret, another had the sniper turret, and I had my assault turret. It was just a coincidental build, but and yeah, we just did not struggle in the slightest. So this is an incredibly powerful build, guys. It's relatively easy to set up. As I said, you don't need to put these items in. You could swap these out for another 2-piece, maybe for like a gear set if you wanted to. So you could put it like instead of one of the Hanatu and this, you could put it wherever you wanted. I just felt like I wanted a little bit more damage. So with this, I am doing a fair amount of damage myself. When it comes to your rifles, guys, one thing I'd recommend is for the harmony, I'd recommend putting on stability, just so it helps getting, like, because when it comes to skill builds, we need to hit headshots to do any real damage, so I'd recommend putting on as much stability as you can. Yeah, I think it's all my stuff, and then on my mechanical animal, it's quite similar. I've got stability up here, and then I put critical hit chance because it is nice to make sure you actually kill them, so I put critical hit chance here because you will need to kill them to trigger their mechanical animal buff. Alright guys, I'll finish up the video there. I hope you enjoyed this. It's a really nice fun build to run. I really enjoy it. It's especially if you've got like 2 or 3 people. One thing I'd love to do one day is run this with 4 people, the same build, and just have 4 drones and 4 turrets, and you can just sit there and play cards where they just wreck the whole enemy enemy force. Alright guys, I'm going to finish it here. I'm quite glad that my computer has not died on me. Yeah, take care guys, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, so we are using the Technician signature tree here. That's for the extra skill damage plus extra skill point, which frees up a space for us to put a DPS item in. My primary weapon is going to be the Harmony here. I got this just the other day there, running Lincoln Memorial. I actually got 3 of them within about 10 minutes, which is annoying because I'd spent weeks looking for it. Well, not weeks, you know, since it launched. So I've got quite a nice one here. Rifle damage maxed out, critical hit damage, and optimal range. Obviously, you'd want probably something like damage to armor, but I'm still looking for, you know, you're always looking for something better. Now, the reason Harmony is good, it's a named item, this one, is because they're perfectly in sync. So, a hit an enemy grants plus 20% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a skill or damage an enemy with a skill grants plus 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds. If you do both at the same time, it's doubled. So that's 40% extra skill damage and 40% extra weapon damage. I think this talent will get butter nerfed. It's too powerful. But you may as well use it whilst we've got it. So that's going to be my primary weapon there. My secondary weapon is going to be another named item here. It's a mechanical animal. It's an assault rifle. And again, quite a nice roll here. And what I'm going to be using this for is the Future Perfection. Weapon kills grant +1 skill tier for 19 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. Weapon kills at skill tier 6 grant overcharge for 15 seconds. Quite a long cooldown on 90 seconds. So it's good to do this at the beginning of a fight because both your drone and your turret are going to last longer than 90 seconds. And with the 19 seconds here, it's actually enough time that you can trigger this whilst your stuff is still out, cancel them, wait for the cooldown, and then get them back out. And if you can overcharge both your drone and your turret, that's it. The enemies just, you don't even see them, they just die. So yeah, it's a good one, this one. The normal perfection as well only actually gives you a little bit extra duration. That's the thing, this only gives you a little bit more time to play with. And my backup, my sidearm is going to be the Maxim 9, which is the signature weapon you get with the Technician tree here. Just gives you perfectly spiked. This is handy if you're doing those missions where you've got no ammo, just to make sure you get that extra 25% skill damage. Yeah, so it's a good backup to have. Now the gear sets I'm using the one piece Murakami here. That's for the extra plus 20% skill duration. I've rolled on skill damage, and I've got skill haste mod and skill haste as a secondary attribute here. My backpack is going to be a Wyvern set here. It's plus 10% skill damage. Again, rolled on skill damage, skill haste, and another skill haste mod, and that's got combined arms. Now what that does is shooting an enemy increases total skill damage by 25% for 3 seconds. Chest piece is going to be my damage set here, just for my DPS, my rifle damage. So I've got the Overlord armament here, which gives you plus 10% rifle damage. As you can see, pretty much god roll. And then I'm using this because of the kinetic momentum. So you guys all know I love this skill, but I'll run through it quickly. So when in combat, each skill generates a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% and total skill repair by 2%, up to 15 stacks per skill. Now this will get triggered by both your abilities, and therefore you'll be actually looking at plus 30% skill damage. Don't need to worry about skill repair because you don't have any skill repair. Now I know some people will probably say, well, why aren't you using glass cannon? Because ultimately this will get to 30% very quickly, and you don't take the extra damage. So with this, I don't get one shot by everything in the game, just 2 shots. And my last pieces I'm going to be using, I'm just using a 3-piece Hanatu here. That's for the extra skill haste, extra skill damage, and then extra weapon damage just to further increase my actual rifle damage. There wasn't really anything else I could put into these spots to increase my skill damage. I don't physically know if you can. I think the only way you could is if I had perfectly combined arms on, but I don't have that on a really good gear set yet. And I can see these will be rolled for skill haste or skill damage, skill haste, skill damage, and skill haste and skill damage. So that, as we can go through here, so we've got plus 40% skill damage here, we've got plus 25% skill damage here, we've got plus 30% skill damage here, and almost all of our gear pieces also have plus 10% skill damage. You can see we are going to be doing a hell of a lot of damage. So the 2 abilities I'm going to be using is the Assault Drone, which is hitting at 70,833 damage, and it'll stay at for 268.5 seconds. Secondary skill is going to be your Assault Turret, which is going to be hitting for 113,161 damage, and will stay out for 268 seconds. Now I believe these are actually very same. Yes, they're very similar in duration. The cooldown is a bit triggered buggered actually because of this thing. I don't know why they did this. I still don't know why they put that in. Hopefully that should give you an... no, it's still saying 500%, isn't it? Okay. I don't know, guys. This game. It's about 12 seconds, I think it is, for both of them. So, more than enough time, as I said, if you trigger your secondary ability here to get them out and overcharge. So yeah, that's the build, guys. Let's pop into the firing range.